Take that, you rebels!
Ooh. How's it? Hey Liz. Welcome to Mama's Spice Hawaii channel. This day. We're going off in the night.
Alright, men. Load your weapons.
I think I broke them. Oh well. Oh. Anyhow. Hold on to put in there. Where are you going here? Oh no! Some type of interference. What the heck happened? How did this go on? What is this is doing? Oh my gosh.
Maybe my comm link is broken.
Yeah, your comm link is broken. Okay. Okay, there you go. Hey, hi there. Hi there again. See, there's like weird little interferences. Now, I don't know the paranormal theory, you know, the paranormal theory has something to do with electronical information and stuff like that going through the air and the EMPs and the EF. Possibly. I haven't done Spook 101 for, I don't know,
Standing by.
But you know what? The one upstairs, you know, she got some... I say witch. Now, let me clarify this witch thing, okay? I don't mean Wiccan, you know, or people that hold that their theistic center of belief is nature. No, I've known people like that. I still know someone like that, yeah. But I'm talking about Satan. No, I mean, not even like Satanists who are like selfish and doing their own thing. I've met people like that before too, and they're mind their own business. Almost like whatever. I'm not telling you what to believe. But you know, the Jesus thing, they follow Christ, and Christ's prayer is the Our Father, and Our Father has thy will, as in God's will, be done. Earth as in heaven. That's like really God's will. What's God's will? Maybe the 7 virtues as a guide, as a compass? 7 virtues? Well, take that and freaking flip it. What's that? The devil's will? So, what's the best way to worship? I figure the best way to worship God is doing God's will. Doing God's work. You're doing God's work. Charity or whatever. Nice deed. Doing God's work. What's the best way to worship the devil? Doing the devil's work. So, now basically she's just a malignant narcissistic personality disorder. All the symptoms of the personality complex and the dark triad. Take too long to get into it. Anyways, that's the witch. And I do believe there's like a hexing thing. I've been studying that stuff with the exorcism, and yeah, I believe it. I mean, they're mostly it's very rare, as they say, and a lot of psychosis can be. Oh, here we go again. Is this interference? What the heck is going on?
Hi.
What the heck?
Hello.
Come on.
Like and subscribe. Like, subscribe.
Right, I can't do this one now. Because I gotta do
interrupt.
this one.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Ooh.
What the heck?
Sorry. Sorry.
Seems like speak of the devil. And it's after. It's after. It's doing it. I think negative energies can be targeted. I mean, you can go a string theory. Describe it with the string theory and energy. It's the same thing with focused energy. That one hates my guts. With the NPD, you have to have a target to hate. If it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. So somebody owes me. Used to be her stepfather. She's 40 years old. That's talking about accountability. Anyways, so there's lots in the news today, and I'm going to chop too much time because I saw the letters to the editor. I glanced at them. Oh my god. And my poor microphone. Are you working today, or are you going to be weird and buzzy? I'm buzzy, yeah. Okay, so what's in the news today? Mostly kind of like people being, I don't know. Well, one is the Colorado shooting. Evilness. that's not Psycho, but the Psycho was developed by this generalized sociological society thingies that spark the mentally fragile to mentally fragile with a gun. Get the hell away from me. Why do What's in the news? Because you know what? This is newspaper. Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully it's the weather. Anyways, yeah, this is where I look at what's in the newspaper. Yeah, this is called newspaper. Birds are singing. It's going to be a hot day today. Yesterday, dry. Today, humid. But what's in the newspaper? Well, what's the headline, eh? Today's headline is... Ready? Excuse me. Thank you. That's enough of that. Thank you for your indulgence of my, well, your patience to my indulgence of weaknesses. I heard them fall someplace. Great. Gadzooks. Okay. Another thing gone wrong. Well, that's my bad, isn't it? Okay. Well, where they went, they're kind of gone. Well, anyways, today's headline reads on how tourism gains momentum. So they're all really happy that tourism's coming back, and a whole bunch of people are going, oh boy, no more masks. Vaccine. Vaccine. Come on, vaccine. Vaccine. Party time. Come on, vaccine. Okay. Okay, so they're just happy that a bunch of tourists come in. That's all that is. Okay, let's look at the numbers. The numbers for today. 48 new cases for Honolulu. For the state, 79 new cases. It's still up there. 1.6 contagiousness rate. Because I don't like positivity rate. No. 43 per day on the average last week. 1.6 contagiousness. Well, that's not looking good. And where are my glasses? Dang, nabbit. Okay, this is gonna be one of them things, ain't it? Is it? They better not get scratched. Wrong gonna be. Frickin'. Anyways. Okay. What else was in this? Okay, come on. I'm all off my rocker. Back in the day. Oops. Back in the day, 1958. This before was a this was a kind of state of Hawaii. So festooning lay in Hotel Maui's courtyard fountain at Hana is Annie Keala o Mapuana Kahula of the resort staff. Oh, she had the big long Hawaiian name, eh? She's putting flowers. God, this looks like basically kind of like the, oh, I see. It's like a garage. It looks like someone's house. That's what it looks like. That's what I was saying. It ain't Kyoki's house, which is Maui Lanai. It's a 10 killed at Colorado supermarket. Outrageous. The guy just went in and started shooting. I'm sure you'll catch lots of that if you want to. Look at these guys. They look like freaking SWAT team, man. Holy crap. A winter storm exposes gaps in senior living. This is what we're gonna need later. This is most terrifying thing I ever experienced. I don't know. We don't die. I don't know. We saw Bigfoot or something. Oh, look how the freaking all the kids going to school. Look at this big guy, giant guy. These little kids are like, okay, we'll go to the classroom. Hey, if you imagine not that big and they're high schoolers. Yeah, man. You have no idea No idea herding cats is nothing. It's like herding velociraptors. It can be, not always. Blah, 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 blah. Birth certificate, who cares? Saudi Arabia offers a skip fine. Okay, now somewhere on I lost the rest of the paper. Wow, this is fantastic. Something that's like, what the heck? Is this it? Oh my gosh. How do we get over there? Okay, that's Sudoku. Okay, let's do the sports. March Madness basketball. Done. And over here, Isle Fiscal forecast rosy billions in aid sent to roll. Yeah, because he got all this $6 billion to Hawaii. So it's like, the future is rosy. And this guy, this is a typical tourist thing. They're like, oh, there's a safety factor and scale of thought. And it's a blowhole, right? The guy's just down there. I'm going to tell you, boom, blowhole. I just think it's funny. But it's serious because people don't know about the ocean. And they get Maki died dead. No longer alive. Because it's just stupid. It's so stupid. And, oh, here we go. The big Q. What's, contraction, your reaction to the new $12.5 billion estimate for Oahu's rail project? 18% modify, shorten route to downtown area. 18%. 33% plow ahead, complete to Alamoana Center. I'm kind of like there. 49% time to stop the project. Half the people. Just stop it. Quit. The trouble with that is, what are you going to do with this giant cement pillars they already made? Buckaroo. All right, Buggy. 35 is warm. We're warm in the Great Lake. The Biden team preparing for $3 trillion economic package. Yeah, there's another check in it for me. Go for it. Republicans are stop this spending. We're going crazy. No, stop spending. Oh, right. It's all nutsy. Glasses are gone somewhere. Alright. We're gonna do this anyways. Blue cartoon. The U.S. border, they're looking down. It's a caravan of Republicans trying to change the subject. And he's holding Biden shots in arms, money in pockets. One of these border Republican characteristic kind of... whatever. Let's get it on. Letters to the editor. And the smell of spring is in the air. Individuals, not races, succumb to racism. I am disappointed that you published the viewpoints in the letter White Racism in March 19th. I felt the opinions shared were extremely racist and inappropriate, especially as they applied to Hawaii. I am a white man who has had the privilege of living in this beautiful state for 34 years. My wife is Hawaiian. Our extended family has all colors of the rainbow, including Hawaiian, Asian, black, and white. We get along just fine. I believe that culture of aloha still rules the day, which, for most part, continues to lead to mutual respect and understanding. During my time in Hawaii, I've been called what I feel are racially offensive names, yet I refuse to paint an entire race of people as racist because of the actions of a few. I agree with you there. I believe for the most part these feelings of hate and superiority exist within the individual. Since the writer did not cite sources as for inflammatory statements, I thought I would end this letter by quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Esquire. Quote, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear, end quote. Rich Gerber Caprile. Well, not put too fine a point on it, but Rich, you're saying like, you're so offended by racism, and you're like, I'm white. My wife's Hawaiian. And all my family race-wise, I'm going black and white. It's like someone trying to prove they're not racist. I have a black friend. I'm not a racist. Hey, but I agree with you. The actions of a few, and it's with the individual. Like I said, change of the heart. State government needs to be more responsive. Have you driven around the island?
Especially Kamehameha Highway, you need to dodge potholes or risk a larger repair bill. It's a dangerous and unsafe, as you have to weave in and out of your lane to dodge the potholes. We are pouring so much money into the rail and are neglecting our roads. It's raining to an unsafe level. Oh, it's really raining. Cool. The vegetation also is out of control. We need to manage what we have before we try to do more. Also, I cannot believe we still do not have relief for the unemployed. Are you still go down and talk to someone in person? I know this isn't how government should be. The state has received so much money that the federal government, but where has it gone to? Deep pockets. Why can't we use some of the money so the state can run our more efficiently and take care of our basic needs? Ernie, Toga, Wila Iki. Well, you obviously have nothing. You have no knowledge of this thing called government and big money. As in, federal money comes into the state government, to our elected officials here, and then it stops. And then no one knows where it goes from there. That's how it works. And the governor, because of COVID-19, we got to take out the sunshine law, so you know, don't know what's happening behind all those doors. Oh, and since I didn't catch this, there was a big protest in Kabilani Park, and the police had to break it up. Big protest, big park over here. Break it all up. It was like, freedom, freedom for us. And it was about, you know, COVID restrictions. We had no mask on. Like Pinocchio, I make no mask on me. Clean up Chinatown. We're gonna skip that. It's about, yeah, clean up the homeless and the druggies, but leave the Chinatown. Stop making your sushi bar and stuff like that. Try to revitalize. Kind of like that. Stimulus check will cost everyone who gets one. I would never take out $1,400 loan if it would cost me nearly $6,000 to pay it off. But I'm being forced to do so by the government. We are told that stimulus checks are free money. But there is no such thing. The government will recoup that money through taxes or by borrowing from other countries on our behalf. Don't think for a second that only rich people have to pay. Gases and other daily taxes will go up. Businesses will be taxed more heavily, and they will pass those costs to the consumers. The government may also print more money, which means every dollar you have will buy less. Enjoy your check. But don't think for a second it's free money. Sherry Sprague, Manoa Valley. I bet you you're GOP. That's the position. It's kind of like trickle down in reverse, except what trickle down is the fear toxic parts of various parts of economic theory that are pieced together. Anyway. The state should have helped Love's Bakery. It is so sad to hear that so many of our treasured longtime family businesses failing due to the COVID-19 situation. But we need to ask, did the state do its part to prevent this from happening? If all of our state-funded meals included Love's Bakery on the menu, we could have prevented this longtime business from failing. Schools, correctional centers, hospitals, nursing facilities, to name a few. If Love's products were included in their menus, wouldn't this help the situation? Instead, we have few hundred local residents are on unemployment and needing retraining to continue to feed their families and pay their rent. Instead of the government simply handing out money in the form of a stimulus package, wouldn't it be wiser if the process had some form of thought involved? Sadly, this is one example could have been a win-win situation. Jason Takara Palolo. Well, yeah, man, I don't know. That has to deal with Loves and their, state government contracts. I guess they didn't. I don't know. Oh, no!
What?
I had an opinion. Oh, no, it's another thing. Oh, no, no glasses this time, too. Oh, what's up? What you going to do? Oh, no.
It is
There's
again.
an implant in your head.
I cannot see.
Is everything going
Help
on?
me, help me, I cannot
Where's these
see.
people coming from?
Is that it? I think so. Alright. I think that's going on. I don't know. I guess so. Oh. Curse you, Red Baron. I don't know if it's the alien or the devil. Someone's messing up stuff. Alright. Let's get it. Private letters should always remain private. So,
Trooper reporting for duty.
I'm dealing with private parts over here. Private letters remain private. So, we so value privacy that it is a thorough offense to open correspondence that is addressed to someone else. Yet, in the paper, I read the New York Times article applauding the new
Enemies on the move.
shut up technique that enables one to snoop on old private correspondence. Got my accents mixed up. Citation March 10th. How hypocritical! A person who's employed in the letter locking technique intended his or her own words to be read by no one but the addressee. No one is entitled to read the private correspondence of another, living or dead. Period. If our limits to our,
Standing by.
like I said, can it down there? Shove the billy bong here, you know where. If there are limits to our oh my gosh, I'm being hexed. There are limits to our pursuit of information. We must respect the privacy rights of others, especially those who can no longer defend that right. James Metz Makiki. I guess he's talking about dead people. They're snooping on dead people's letters. I'm reading dead people. All right, that's it. That was fun, I guess. Who gets the T-Rex reward? I don't know. This is such a... Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. I don't know. It's a toss-up. You all win because you all lose, and you all don't get this. The T-Rex. None of them were feisty. That's horrible. There wasn't one feistiness in there, but that's okay. Because just hang loose. Just hang loose. It'll be okay. What can go wrong if you hang loose, huh? Oh yeah.